Not only is it not a good best use of your time all the time, but sometimes, guys, you need to also understand the context of what you're doing. The calculator is not going to save you. For instance, this example, right? So we can find the magnitude using the formula that is just the first component squared plus the second component squared. Right? So therefore, in this case, we're going to have 25 plus 4, which equals the square root of 29. OK, I got it. Right? Now let's go to the direction. I don't recognize anything special about this. Agreed? But I will say, though, if I was to graph this vector, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, that my vector is going to look somewhere here. So if I'm trying to find this angle here, I'm looking for that. Agreed? That's the angle I'm looking for, standard form. So I'm going to follow the formula. Tangent of theta equals -2 over -5, right? V2 over V1. Theta equals tangent inverse, we can just do a positive, of 2/5. So I go ahead and grab my calculator. And I say, all right, tangent inverse of 2 divided by 5. 21.8. That does not look like 21.8. Right? So the calculator gave me an answer. It's not going to save me. I need to understand what the calculator is giving me. And remember, guys, tangent inverse is only restricted from here to here. It's not going to give you this angle. Agreed? It's only giving you this. So what is it actually giving me? It's giving me this angle right here, this reference angle. It's giving me the reference angle. So that means that's 21.8. That's 21.8. So if I need to find the angle from there to there, what do I need to do to it? Add 180. So I just do plus 180. And now I get an angle of 201.8 degrees, which makes a little bit more sense, doesn't it? Right? From here, from there is 180. So you're just adding the 20. Sorry. So this gives you 21.801 degrees rounded. But you need to add 180 to it to get your actual angle of your vector. OK?